Jim,
Hey, how's it going?
buddy, sorry, keeping you waiting. I screwed up. I was in the wrong Zoom room. So
Oh, I thought it was me.
no, I was in the wrong Zoom room. I clicked the wrong link. I didn't click our group link. So I was
Okay,
being a
no big deal.
moron. Yeah, sorry about that. All right,
So I guess I'm the first one here today.
you're here, the first one at the moment.
Oh,
Yep,
here we go. Here's Kaz.
yep. Kaz, good morning.
No sound?
Can't hear you. Amy's coming in. Yeah, we don't have any audio from you, Kaz. Amy, are you there? Check your audio settings, guys. Make sure you're on the low optimize audio Zoom setting. Kaz, that was your homework, I recall. Morning, Amy. You can't hear me? Hang on. Maybe, can you hear me, Jim?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, I'll do that. So I got a better mic now. Sorry, I selected the wrong mic. So can you guys hear me? Okay, great. I owe you an apology. I clicked on a link and went into a different Zoom room, and I just didn't click on our live class room. So I apologize for being late on that. Okay, let's just get going. All right. So we had, Kaz, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can. Yes, Amy, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can. And can we ask you to sort of fill up the frame a little bit more? We always get this with you, and I'd like to get more Amy in the shot, less of the ceiling, if possible. All right, it's a little better. I think you can still fill up more. Like just tip.
It's just harder for me to see once I lower it. You guys.
Doesn't your camera swivel? Doesn't it sort of like, do you have, no? Okay, whatever. Do what you can. That's fine. Okay. Let's make sure that the audio on Zoom is set to a low noise suppression setting so that we don't get that cancellation wonkiness. I did get an email from Oz. He's traveling. He won't make it today. Right, so expect a few other people to come in. That's okay if they don't. If they don't, then we get more. Then we get more training time, which is cool. All right. So you got your low suppression, your low noise setting on?
Yeah, I'm on high fidelity music mode, but it seems to be working so far. So
Okay.
let me know if there's a problem.
All right, we will. Okay, you guys got keyboard? Check. All right. Great, fantastic. We're logged into the training program, correct?
No.
You're logged in. We're on the. You're on your Evernote.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Kaz, since it seems like you are totally ready to go, are you totally ready to go, Kaz?
Not quite. I'm trying to get this thing working. Can you hear me though? Is it a better sound than last time?
Well, it's when you start putting high pressure levels, sound pressure levels into the system that begins to push back. It won't push back when we're talking.
All right.
So you go up to the audio settings, there's noise cancellation, noise suppression setting, and then you throttle it back. Amy, do you feel like you're ready to go? You got everything ready to go?
Yeah, I just have some background noise in the house, so maybe someone else can go first. Right
We
now.
haven't heard James in a while.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. James,
Yes.
before we dive, since it's just a few of us, it's actually a good thing. We're going to get a lot of training done today. So, real quick, do we have any questions?
When I log into Evernote, I'm logging in the wrong place because I'm getting my old Evernote from the private lessons, but I am not. I forgot how to log into the Evernote for this class.
You go to the training page. You go to the group training page at the top. Remember, it has tabs and it says resources.
Okay. All right, let me do this.
Yeah, click on resources.
Resources.
Yeah, baby.
And then private lessons, get the book, free vocal lessons. That doesn't look right. I must be in the wrong place. Training.
So there's a private environment for our class, and inside that private environment.
Okay, go now. Or let me do that. Go now. Sign up here.
Link for you.
Where is it?
So log in.
But definitely in. I'm in the Vocalist Studio student community.
No.
And
go to the library and click on the live program.
Live program.
Here, look.
All right, hold on a second.
Jim.
4 Pillars of Singing. Yeah,
Jim.
I see your screen share.
Yeah. So look. Click on library.
Oh, okay. All right.
Click on library. Library has all of your courses and everything in it. All right. So here's all the stuff that I've paid for. 4 Pillars of Singing in the training page. Built-in head voice on the training page. Warm-up course on the training page.
Okay.
And Draven stuff. And then if we go down here, we have where is my community page? Anybody want to help us out here? Find the community page, if you guys happen to know.
Did you pass it? I think you might have passed it.
No. These are the courses. Private community, nope, it's not these. So hang on.
I have the homework written down that I wrote down dampen.
No. You got to know how to get into your system, and I don't want to have to do this again. All right. So look at this. You see this right here?
Yeah.
So Robert, vocal athlete, the feedback session. So we go in here, and then if you click on, so here's what we're looking for. This is it right here. See? Resources.
Okay. Could you go back a couple of steps?
So I'm going to give you guys this link. I want you to make sure that you're logged into the system. And Amy, Kaz, are you guys have you guys, can you see this interface here? Yeah?
I can see it.
Yes.
All right, great. All right, Jim, are we clear?
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. Let me go
Click
back
on the link. I just put the link inside the Zoom chat.
There we go. Okay, that'll make things easier. Just click on it, right? Yeah, there we go. All right. Resources.
Yep, resources.
And then
So inside resources,
the template and homework.
in the resources, you have video archives of our sessions. You have the 90-day training plan. That's right. It's right here.
Okay, I see that.
It's right here, Jim. Do you see it says copy and paste the URL?
Yes. All right. Let me go back and do that. Hold on.
All right, we're going to move on.
Okay. All right.
Are you clear?
Yeah, I should be able to get it. Just give me a second. But yeah, move on.
Okay. So Jim, I want you to save the link to the front door of this thing. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Save this link. I just gave it to you. I gave you guys all the link. And I think this is in your emails. I know it is in your, like when you signed up, it gave you a link to go to and stuff, but just do this, okay? Save this thing in the future so you can get in here and get to your stuff.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Okay. So, Kaz, you ready? Let's train.
What do you want me to do?
We're going to do track and release onsets, please.
All right.
All right, I will accompany you for the moment. All right. Great, on your feet. All right, before I get started, Kaz, give me the phonation package, just real quick, a phonation package for the track and release onset, meaning 5 or 6 things we need to be thinking about before we do into it, please.
First of all, I have to have an embouchure. Obviously, breathe.
That's true. I want to challenge you just a tiny little bit. Yes, that's correct. But give us the onset package elements in their sequential workflow. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
You took me there. Obviously, I've got to have my workflow correct, right? So in order for me to do the onset, I need to, you've got me today. I normally know this backwards.
Come on now. It's
Why do
simple.
I stop me?
It's just the stuff, and it has sort of a sequence to it. Yeah.
The track and release onset is your meat and potatoes. It's your first onset. It's your one that sort of gives you the resonance. It helps you to get your embouchure correct. You learn to work from your diaphragm up so that your vocal brings the air out from your diaphragm. It helps you to.
No, time out. I don't want you to give us a lesson on what the track and release on. I want you to give me the sequential workflow. I'm going to now do the track and release onset. The track and release onset. The track and release. Let me help you. The track and release onset, among other things, balances phonation threshold pressure, gets the vocal folds warmed up and moving and oscillating in a way that's good for singing. Okay. It also stretches out and gets the vocal folds limber for cry mode. We start kind of stretching it out, literally like yoga. We're stretching it out a little bit when we do this. And yes, we're practicing getting the resonance forward, and we practice the embouchure. So the workflow would be as follows. Good posture, concentration, give myself a note. Okay, cue, microphone, cry mode, buzz on the nasal with cry mode. Not this. That is going to never work. This, not this. This. And release my vowel with an embouchure. Make sense? That's the workflow. You see the sequential steps there? The workflow is important. It's how we train. It's how we get all the stuff. We remember all the stuff we have to do, the techniques, the bundle of techniques that we have to do in a proper sequence. And when you do that, you're just getting great training, great high quality training. Okay, all right, your turn. Let's go, Kaz. Ready? Let's start as a lady. Let's start down at hello G. Hello G. Excuse me. No. A low F.
A low F. But there.
All right.
F4.
Kaz, real quick. Do you know the keys on the keyboard? Let's be honest.
No, I do.
Okay, great. That's fine, because sometimes students don't, and then they're like fishing
No,
around.
I do. Just sometimes I get a bit confused with the minor and the sharp. I'm not going to lie about that one. But I normally do know them. I know the octave, yeah.
Okay, all right. Give us an F3, please.
That's very low.
No.
There we are, yeah. F3.
Nope, Kaz, that is an F4. you cued yourself in F3 and you vocalized in F4, which is common for women, by the way. Which is common for women, by the way. You guys, can you hear me okay? Am I coming through okay? Okay. So it's common for women when you say, give me an F3, it's a low note for anybody, especially ladies, that they then go the octave higher to the 4, okay, and then you avoid, not unknowingly, you're avoiding the low note. And so it's easier for men to kind of hear and conceptualize low notes for maybe obvious reasons, and then when we give it to ladies, on occasion, not every time, with, you know, they sort of like kind of get lost on how to get their voice low. Okay, it's here nor there, and you're better at high notes than guys are. So anyways, so let's try again. F3, listen, match the frequency, not just the note. Great, below. Okay, that's not, again, it's the same thing. That's not an F3.
Very hard.
That's an F4. But hang on. It might be too low for you. Maybe. I'm not sure it is. It could just be confusion. Let me help you, okay? Let me help you, okay? Watch. Let's go from that F3, and let's just siren down slowly to the F4, excuse me. And we're going to siren down slowly to the F3, and in doing so, you sort of feel it. Watch me. Watch me. Watch. Try that little trick, please.
Everyone siren down.
Yeah, you're gonna go an octave from F3 to F4 on the octave. I give to thee your F3. So I was right. Let's hope so. From on occasion, I happen to be right. You can sing an F3. All right. Do it again, please. Do it again. You just need to feel it. You just need to feel it. Women have low notes.
It's very, I always feel, so I got a bit of a frog in my throat, but it feels very like I'm doing pulse and release in a way.
It does for everybody. It does for everyone, and women. So low notes, the vocal folds, when they oscillate, on the lower the note, the slower the lower the note, the slower the oscillation. Okay. If we go higher, it's right. If we go low, it's not doing this, by the way, you guys. It's actually a wave. If you watch like slow motion, so the lower the note, the slower the movement. Okay. Versus a higher note, so it's going like this. Okay, and you can feel that. You can feel that bigger, broader movement of the vocal folds oscillating when you're low. Everybody can. That's just geeky science. Cry into it, and you'll smooth it out. Okay. So because of that, a low note can kind of feel grindy sometimes. A low note, it can feel sort of slappy and not really silky and lubricated, so to speak. Okay. But if you cry in,
Something wrong.
no, you did it. You did everything correct. I didn't. If you did something wrong, I would have told you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just teaching you. I'm wanting you to understand vocal fold functionality at a really simple level. Okay, that's all. All right, let's do this again. Cue yourself F3 to F4. A slow descending. Glissando. That's a very beautiful low note. Don't you guys agree? That's pretty decent. You can see the look on Amy's face. She's like, wow, that was really pretty. It was. It's good. It's good. All right. So now that you've found your low note, let's go to the F sharp. All right. So there's a lesson right there, that ladies. That's a really very simple way to find your low notes. Okay. All right. And just be listening, make sure that you're singing the frequency that you keep. Make sure you're singing the frequency, not only the note. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So there's 5 Fs on the keyboard typically, 5 or 6 Fs on the keyboard at 5 different frequencies, 5 different octaves, right? So we get confused with that a little bit, but it does prove that you can hear the note. That's great. But let's just get the right frequency, and then we're really accurate. Let's go. I will cue for you. I'm just going to cue for you just to make it go a little bit faster. Okay. Here's your F sharp. Here's your F sharp. You're gonna feel it low. No, you're a fifth above it.
Can I just go from that top one again down?
Yeah. Sharp is the F. Yep.
You pushed me tonight, Rob.
No, you're on that C sharp, and you're like 6 notes above it. All right, you stop cueing. I'm going to cue you. Because I want to free up some capacity for you to hear the note. All right. Don't worry about the keyboard. Stop cueing yourself. I will cue you. I want 100% capacity on listening to the note. Okay, here we go. Descending glissando, please, from the F to the F, like we did before. Descending glissando. I said a descending glissando, like we did before, descending octave from the F4 to the F3, please. Please pay attention to the instructions. I need a track and release onset on the F3, a track and release onset on the F3, and then a slow descending glissando on the F4. Be helpful if your coach gave you the proper instructions. My apologies. I need a track and release onset on the F4, followed by a descending glissando, 1 octave to the F3. Here we go, like we did before. You're too focused on the low note. So we're not getting the top note. Ready? Great. A plus. That is it. Mission accomplished. Now, I will cue you up 1/2 step, 1/2 step. We're going to continue with descending octave glissandos. Okay? But I'm going to move up 1/2 step. The same movement. Okay? So listen. F sharp 4 to F sharp 3. Now we're moving.
Let's do that again. That
That's the right low note, but again, you're not thinking in terms of doing the workout. Do the assignment, which is an onset at the top, followed by, get the first note first. Get that. Followed by the descending glissando. Okay? It's to get the low note, you have to get the high note first. Like you have to have the whole context, the whole thing. At least in the moment, that's what we're doing. It's a little more challenging for you, but that's my job. Okay. So G3 to G4. That's what you're paying for.
Can you do that again, please?
On the G3, please. On the G4. The exercise is an onset and a siren. An onset followed by a siren. Not something that's messy. A linear, clean, perfect onset first. Followed by a siren, please. Keep going. All right. You have your pen and paper there? Good. Homework for you. Okay. After practicing cry mode, after doing warm-ups, okay, I want you to work on track and release onset. Try to go straight in if you can, but we're having a little bit of a challenge hearing, not functional hearing, but oral, neurolinguistic hearing, a brain connection to the ear. Not a big deal. You just got to practice. Okay. And not only hearing, but the kinesthetics, feeling a low note, physically feeling a low note, which again is really foreign territory for women sometimes. Right? All right.
Very.
That's what men do all day long. Okay. So, anyways, it's just that simple. Cry mode, warm up, track and release. The stuff that you should be doing. That's the sort of our, that's our Wheaties. Track and release onsets. The thing that we're struggling with today is hearing those low notes, and I think it would be good for you if you did write this down, please. Descending sirens, octaves, and melodic fifths. Okay.
Melodic fifths.
Yeah, both. Oh, yeah, really, for that matter, any interval, just as long as it's going from the top down. All right, but I think starting with, if you're having fun, do fourths, do some funky stuff, but starting with octaves and fifths, okay? It's important, Kaz, it's important from the top down. So just, like. Okay, over and over again. So you can start passing through your register and feeling, getting the kinesthetics of, I have a low voice. I can relax. I can shorten physically the vocal folds to get the lower note. I'm oversimplifying, but my rubber band. So women sort of live in a thinned out, elongated vocal fold world. Women sort of are a little more elongated. Of course, the mechanism is actually about half the size of men, literally 50% smaller than men. Okay, which is why you have higher voices. Okay, but the feeling that you have to get used to is this, relaxing. Okay. Not to be confused with the cry mode stuff that I've taught you guys about. I'm not saying release cry mode, okay? Make sense?
You're making me going backwards. I'm used to going that way. So I'm
Yeah.
going that way.
Most people are. Like vocal training is a lot about going in.
My head's in the way, Rob.
I know.
My head's very in the way, hey.
There's a little bit of psychology stuff going on. There is a little bit of fear, totally normal for singers when you're doing something new. There's a little bit of that going on. Yes, that's fair. It's actually the easy part. Get rid of it. Right? But there's also a real functional, more practical problem, which is practice hearing the low frequency in your own body.
Okay.
And feeling and literally getting a feel for what that feels like at the fold level. Okay? It's just it's kinesthetics. You need to practice feeling it over and over again. Good news is, Cass, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You just do it for like 2 days. Do this and you'll get it. Okay? This is not like learning to belt or something that more complex. It's just blah, blah, blah in the shower. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's not be half-assed about it. But, in the shower, in the car, with structure, by the way. That's the other thing I want you to write down here is be disciplined. Be disciplined with it. We want structure. Don't do what I just, unfortunately, inspired you to do, which is being half-assed. Don't do that. Okay?
Right.
It's an onset. It's an onset, a good one, followed by a descending glissando. Okay? Can you say glissando?
Glissando. Glissando.
Glissando. Do. Glissando.
Glissando. Glissando.
I don't even know if that's good Italian, but it sounds like it. Amy, guess what? It's your turn. Jim, are you okay with this? Let's lean into letting the ladies.
Yeah, not a problem.
I think this is a good idea. Let's let them sort of feel their low note. And plus, we don't hear enough of Amy anyways. It's sort of her turn. So
I'm happy to not be on the spot.
You should. When you do that, it's coming at you. You know that. When you say that, it's coming at you. You're going to Tough Love University here. All right. Amy, are you ready? It looks like you're on your feet. Good?
Thank you. I'm good.
Okay. And I noticed that you were listening intently and your facial expressions, you were sort of like feeling it and trying it as we went along with Cass. That's good. That's great. Let's just do the same thing, okay? Let's just see how we go, all right? The same challenge may or may not reveal itself with you. We just don't know. It's an individual thing. So what we'll do is let's do beautiful track and release onsets, okay? But we're not just going to go blah, right? Our onsets here at TVS Saturday Morning University have a workflow to them. They have 5 or 6 elements to them that we're going to be mindful of, right? It's going to be this very geeky, perfect little thing that we've crafted together. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
And if you read the book and you did the videos and stuff, you'll notice that I gave that thing a name. It's called the onset package. The package. It's a package of technical ideas that roll out in a sequence. Okay. Amy, get to the onset package, please. Give me just feedback to us. Tell us what 5 components, 5 elements in a proper sequence, in a proper workflow sequence of the onset package. We just did this with Cats. Hopefully you were listening.
Okay. So I would buzz on the nasal. And then I would open to the vowel. That's 2. The other 3. Well, I don't know what I'm missing.
That's fine. When I tell them to you, you'll go like, oh, I knew that. Okay. But that's good. That's a good start. All right. I like to start with frequency first. All right. In terms of the training workout, like the training. So when we talk about workflows, we're really talking about TVS training methodology. Okay. It's training stuff. Right. And we're just doing stuff in a sequence so it's easier to learn and we get it more accurate. So we start with frequency, don't we? After we get up in the morning, put our pants on, then we start with frequency, right? Okay. Okay. Frequency, buzz on the nasal. Quiet mode, whimper like a puppy.
Oh, okay.
I told you. I told you we were going to do that. Whimper like a puppy. Release the vowel. That was good. I like that. And when we release the vowel, provide a super embouchure, madame.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Right. Erase. Start over. Rewind. Amy, give us the track and release onset package with a workflow, please.
Oh.
That's actually a good track and release onset. I was asking you to sort of school me on the 5 things, but it's okay. Let's get to work. That's good. All right. So we'll go down here. It's fine. So I'll go down here. We're going to go to low notes. Okay. So this is low notes for Ladies' Day. So here's that low F that we gave to Kaz. Can you grab that?
Is that it?
Bingo. Got it. Yeah, that was it. We want to make it a little better, but that was the frequency. That's the right note. Jim, Kaz, do you recognize that that was the note? Can you hear that, Kaz?
Yes, I heard that.
Even
I can
though
hear
you
it.
struggle with it with yourself, when she did it, you recognize, oh, that's correct immediately,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good news. That doesn't mean you have a hearing frequency problem in the sense that it's like a real serious problem that fortunately we could be talking about with some people, but that's not you. It's just practice. Like I said, it's just
Okay.
and you'll be fine. Okay. It's just like looking under your armpit and getting to know it a little bit. It's always been there. You just need to look at it. Yeah.
Can I just ask one question? Could you practice a bit of pulse and release to get onto those low notes?
Yes, you could practice any of the onsets to get to the low note. That's a good question. That's a good question in the sense that if for whatever reason, buzzing up the nasal, the track and release is creating confusion or it's tripping you up, then yeah, definitely, try a win and release. Hey, try a pulse and release. Try a soft glottal check. Hey. Sometimes that'll just be the thing that for whatever reason will click, okay? Yeah. Amy? Good job, by the way. Okay, so F sharp. Give me a beautiful track and release onset, please. Good job, Amy. Did you guys see, even Amy, the 3 of you, did you see that right before she gave us the note, you can see yourself and students listen with the eyes. You can always see that. The eyes look. The eyes search for the note. Did you see that when Amy did it?
Yeah.
Happens all the time. The eyes will listen for pitch. The eyes will always go. The eyes will look for it and find it, and then you'll sing. So what that is that's evidence that Amy's processing it and listening internally to find it. Nice job, Amy. Nice job. Now on this onset, we're gonna do that F sharp again. Back to coaching you. You're good on frequency. Nice job. Give you an A+ on that. Let's get more aggressive behind it. Let's get more energy behind it. Good. That had a little more energy to it. I think with you, we talked a little bit about leveraging the tip of the tongue against the back of the bottom teeth at one point. Okay, it's a little trick that can kind of create some sympathetic contractions inside the mechanism that just kind of beefs up a little more. Okay, let's do that again. Leverage the tip of your tongue against the back of your bottom teeth. And by the way, you were just a tad sharp, meaning you were just a little above it. Nicely done. The other thing that we talked about last time we coached you is to make your embouchure a little more horizontal. You're dropping your jaw just a little too much, possibly. Okay? All right. Pretty good, huh? On class? We're looking, we're listening, all of us, the three of us, we're listening for frequency. You've done great on that. We're looking for sort of a slightly horizontal embouchure position. We want to see teeth on that embouchure. We're looking for some buzz off the nasal. Good. We also want to hear some weepiness. We want to hear some sort of puppy whimper in there, just a tad of puppy whimper. Not sure we're getting that. It's not this. It's not this. That's pushy. It just never works. Okay, people burn out. It'll literally burn you out. It's this. You see, it's silkier. It's softer. It's got whimper behind it. It's got cry mode. The vocal folds are thinned out more. Amy, please show us how to do it. Very well done. Nice cry mode. Good. Don't let the cry relax as you're in the vowel. Don't let the cry begin to relax. That happens often. Students will come. They'll come off the blocks. They'll come out of the gates with good thinning, and then, you know, in the 2 or 3 seconds that follow as you're sustaining that vowel, they begin to kind of relax, and it gets sort of clunky and back into speech mode. Be conscientious of not letting that happen. Hold the position, the weepy position, all the way through.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Nice onset, but not on pitch. You're sharp. I want you to go to your keyboard, please, and cue yourself an A3, please. As they say in Montpellier, on y va.
Okay.
You see her recover on the frequency? Good. Now those low notes, I have an interesting question for you. Really, do they feel sort of new to you? Sort of that whole sensation, is it sort of a new experience for you, or does it feel common to you?
It feels somewhat new. Yeah, like it's harder for me to get sound out at such a low range.
Yeah. Well, it is for everybody, by the way. Sometimes the lower you go, the more the vocal folds are just sort of like. So the higher you go, the more things are sort of strung up and contracted, and we get activity. So that's normal for everybody, but again, especially for ladies. All right, good job. Let's keep going. Yep, good. A little sharp. You're coming out just a little sharp. Let's do this again. This time I want you to cue yourself. Okay, you're going to cue yourself. This is going to be the B3. Okay, and I want you to, as you're sustaining the vowel, pound on the note to kind of suck you back into the note. Okay. Stay on path, right? A good thing too. I want you to put in your homework when you're doing onsets and stuff. Pound on a note, just to simply just force you to, you'll kind of want to like take altitude, the like that. But if you're pounding on the note, it kind of,
You stay on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cutting out a little bit, Robert.
cut out altitude. Can you guys hear me okay?
It cut out for a minute. I don't know if it was just on my end.
Yeah, it cut out a little bit for me too, but now I can hear you.
What's the problem that we had last time? Was it what was it? It was an audio setting. Just looking at it real quick here. The mic is right. Automatically adjust microphone volume was set. Actually, I remember it now. It was my output settings were messed up, and they seem to be fine right now. For the most part, we've been okay this morning.
Yeah.
It's just probably a shark chewing on the cable underneath on the fiber. Oh, that's a joke. Okay, Amy, you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
See? Right on note, and then it bumped up just a hair, and then you recover.
Okay. Yeah. Oops, sorry.
YouTube by my dog, someone went down. It's like a real note, right? It's good.
Sorry, you cut out, Robert. What did you say?
Check it out, guys.
You went correctly.
All right. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna change my.
That's better.
That's better. I did not nothing. I'm gonna change my mic. Okay, I've changed my microphone. Is that maybe better?
Sounds a lot better. Yeah.
Maybe the microphone on I've been using the mic on my camera. Maybe it's getting tired. I forgot what I was saying, but anyways, I thought it was pretty decent. Good job, Amy. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, let's do another one, please. D4. Okay, good. All right, I think this was productive. A bit, it's got some toil to it a little bit. It's not fun, I guess, necessarily. I mean, maybe, but it's, but ladies, we got to tune our ears. Okay. I always say frequency first. In the world of music, and that includes our training, here's something interesting. It's geeky, but I think you guys might find it interesting. In the world of music, all the elements that make up music, even rhythm, of course, things that are super creative, like lyrics and composition and things like that, that are 100% there's a lot of freedom of license. There's a lot of freedom to create. Like even rhythm, you might think is sort of very strict. Generally, we could say that, but truth is, a really great band and a really great jazz band will push rhythm, go a little faster, go a little bit slower to help make a groove happen. Okay, so even rhythm, which you might think is very linear and very strict, can be played with to enhance a creative interpretation. Okay. But there's one thing in music. There's one thing in music that, right, there might be a very rare exception, like some sort of minimalist, modern composition where it's specifically designed to hurt your ears and be out of tune. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 99.9% of everything else. There's one element in music that is black or white. Either it's on, dead on, or it's off. What is that, Amy?
The pitch, the frequency.
That's right, frequency. Frequency first. Everything else has some room for creative license in music. All the other stuff. With some very rare arty-farty exceptions. Was it John Cage? It's John Cage, modern contemporary composer, and John Cage specifically did a string quartet which was designed to be out of pitch and hurt your ear for 12 minutes, to be cacophony. That was the point. All right, that's not what we're talking about. It's frequency. The notes on the keyboard are individual little dots. They're individual notes. It's not like a fretless bass where it's this thing that can go all the way up. And even if it was, for it to work in music, you would still have to nail, as you would on a fretless bass, the right frequency. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so that's sort of interesting. If you're not on the right frequency, technically, even if it's like really super close and you don't hear it so much, but technically, if you're not on the right frequency in music, you're making noise. It's noise, technically. Now, some noise is more noisy than others, but it's either on or it's off. So what do we take from that? What does that mean? What's the sort of the practical application, meaning of that? Well, the practical application is that we don't get a break on intonation. Not really. We don't get a break on frequency. And I say frequency first because if the frequency isn't right on the onset or going into the song or going into the verse, if the frequency isn't on, then everything that follows potentially is not going to feel as good to the ear. The general audience hears this. They don't understand what they're hearing, but they just understand that something's not right. The frequency first is not on, then everything that follows will be what, Jim?
Questionable. Mushy.
Questionable. It'll be yes, that's right. Questionable. It'll be sitting on the noise spectrum. And we don't get a break on it. We don't get a break on frequency. It's a constant. We don't get a break on frequency any more than we get a break on gravity. It's like literally as it's a constant. It will never change. It will probably, maybe some exceptions, never make a keyboard that isn't just a series of individual buttons that represent one individual note. Maybe they'll do something like a fretless, like a keyboard that's sort of like a fretless bass. But even then, again, you can't escape the one constant in music, and that is frequency. Otherwise, you're making noise. So we get really serious about frequency. That's my frequency lecture.
What do you recommend Robert, to get better at matching the pitch that you hear.
Exactly what we did today.
Okay. Just
And I'm not taking the easy way out. Like if somebody outside of what we experienced today as a team, didn't happen. If somebody just came to me and hit me on the street, this is what I would tell them to do. I'd say work on onsets and try and pound and I would say for sure, get a keyboard to so you can cue yourself and you can match notes. Get a keyboard, work on onsets, and then work on sirening up to the note and sirening down to the note. Work on the skill of not only matching the note, but getting to the note, like taking frequency on a journey and landing on your feet. Okay, so the difference between a gymnast jumping in place,
It's 20 hours.
okay, and a gymnast doing a routine and landing, sticking it on a good land, right? So go straight in first, pound on the note, and journey to it. Okay, that's the best thing you can do. And beyond that, all the scales, working on any of the scales in the program will tune your ear, obviously, because they're all made of notes, frequencies.
And also, Rob,
Yes, the rebel in the back of the room,
me.
the troublemaker. Yeah.
Obviously with harmonies, when you do harmony and singing, that also is imperative that you have your ear tuned into the pitch, because your harmony could be totally out if you land on the wrong one while someone's singing there and you going there. It could also sound messed. So it's very important that you get that tune in. Am I correct? You hear that note. Because sometimes in harmonies you have a different note. Is that missing note that not everybody hears?
Not could be, would be. It would be.
Yeah.
So vocal choral stuff, vocal harmonies, it's just basically chords. It's just, chords with singers. That's all it is. They're just singing chords. So if somebody in the group is suddenly going, actually that's pretty. That is too. I'm sorry. So I was going to try to give you something ugly, but anyways, you get my point. Hopefully, if they're doing all that, they're a pretty good choral group. I was hoping to grab something ugly. It would be an augmented fourth. Really, is what would be the ugly thing. So this is the augmented fourth. But even that is a harmony that composers pass through to create a little bit of tension and release, anyways, for a cadence. But anyways, guys. Kaz, I got in the weeds a little bit there. Yeah, you better darn well be on frequency and on pitch and have good intonation if you're doing harmonies. Arguably even more, because what it does is it makes everybody else sound bad. It makes the whole thing, it compounds. There's one thing to be, I'm singing by myself, I'm solo, and I'm a little out of pitch with the rest of the band. We don't want that. And then there's then it's another thing to be, I'm part of a vocal harmony. Like the presentation the chord is, it's not just me singing a melody. It's not only me singing a melody, delivering the message and the story, but it's now I'm creating chords with other people. And if I'm off, then in the context of what the band is playing, like if it's just only vocal chords, then you're a barbershop quartet and you can do just about anything. It'll sound beautiful. But if you got a band behind you, okay, then you're going to have less freedom. It's going to have to be really correct. It's going to have to be the right notes. It's going to have to be the right chord. Okay, otherwise it won't work. And if you're the guy that's not in there, not getting the note right, then the whole band sounds bad. Like the whole thing doesn't work because you're actually playing a chord, like somebody playing a guitar chord that's off, and you can hear it, right? One of the cool things that makes barbershop quartets and a cappella work sort of beautiful and unique is they have a lot more freedom of chord structure and voicings and coloration and things like that. That's sort of what makes that sort of a cool art form. All right, are we okay for the day, guys? It's about an hour. Amy, same homework for you that I gave to Kaz. Okay. Are we clear on that? All right. All right. Jim, would you like to do a little bit of something so you feel like you get a little bit of value out of this before I go?
I mean, I got value out of it, but sure. What should I do?
Well, let's just do the same thing.
Okay.
Let's just do some track and release onsets real quick. We'll go up an octave and back down. Okay, fair?
Starting on.
Yeah. Let me cue you just to make it easier for you, just for now. Okay. So let's go to. Well, we'll just do the same note. We'll just do the low F that the ladies were shooting for. Okay. Ready? Ready, Jim? Jim. Before we do this, please give to the track and release onset workflow sequence, please.
Okay, stand up, take a breath.
Great.
Listen for frequency.
Great.
Whimper, cry mode, get into cry mode.
Okay.
Embouchure, anchor tongue. I think.
Okay, buzz on the lips, maybe do it, come off a nasal. That's important. Okay, good. Good answer. Ready? Here we go. Good, Jim. By the way, Jim is an engineer and a lifetime bass player and stuff. So when you have students that are been making music all their lives, typically there's no intonation problems. Hey, really pretty good. Can you let's thin out a little bit more on that, Jim? It's really good. It's just a little bit heavy. It's just a little bit. It wants to grind a little bit. Let's cry a little more, please. Good, Jim.
I was flat.
Yeah, ladies, could you hear that? Could you hear that it was flat?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a hair, though.
Okay.
Just a hair. So by the way, if you're flat just that much, just a hair like that, and you're in front of a band, and you've got reverb and you got a lot of effects and stuff, you can kind of hide behind just a hair like that. Okay, but if you're an a cappella group, you can't. Make sense? And I'm not giving you permission to be a hair flat. I'm just saying, just being real with you, Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a little flat. There you go. By the way, one of the best ways to fix not a big margin, but a slightly flat position is to fix your embouchure. If you lift here and you show your canines, it tunes up. It tunes up.
I lost the note.
Come on, Jim. Listen. Great. You're flat. A little flat, Jim. If you cry more, you'll tune up. There you go, Jim, by the way, ladies, if you'd heard Jim when we first got together, the vocal folds were not connecting at all. Like it was just full out all wind. It was like all wind. It was either all wind or just like a out of pitch kind of a, just like a troll grind. And now, Jim, I got to tell you, buddy, you've been practicing because we're getting some compression.
Good. Yeah, I've been doing a quack and release. I mean, I had a bad practice interval between the last 2 classes, but I've been doing a lot of quack and release, like since March.
That's exactly. That's it. And
Yeah.
that's the onset. Like if you're somebody like Jim that suffers from getting the vocal folds closed, it's sort of a chronic problem. It's quack and release. You go right into and you just work those muscles to come together. And that's a really exciting thing because it's not only okay you're going to sing better, but it's really physical health. It's vocal health. It's arguably something that goes beyond singing a song. You know,
Yeah, I'll be really happy to be able to get smoothly through the passaggio and into the upper register
Dude.
That would be amazing.
Well, this is where it starts. We got to get the vocal folds efficient first. And it's been a hell of a hike for you, but you know, hats off to you for not giving up. You know, it's one thing that's really great about you, Jim, is you never quit. Like you didn't quit. And that's one of the best things about you. And when so many others would have just quit. Okay.
Yeah, I've never let lack of talent stop me in music. I just keep going, man.
Tortoise in the hair, really. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And this one frequency is just a little pinchy though.
Okay.
It's a little pinchy. You're raising your voice. Can you relax your larynx down? Lift the soft palate, yawn a little more. Yeah. Not yeah. Don't yank on the larynx. Let it float. Yeah, it's a little better. Good, Jim. So when we get a little higher with Jim, we get that sort of that little bit of that pinchiness going on there. But that's the next big thing to fix. Jim, you just gotta let the larynx down. So there's a way to relax the larynx and the vocal fold, the whole mechanism, okay? And just sort of blow air through it and let the sound reverberate, resonate inside the upper vocal tract with enough sufficient space, physical space to, you know, like a guitar resonator, you know, so that it can resonate. But when you're jacking up the larynx like that, then the resonant space gets choked out, and that's sort of why we get that little bit of that choky sound. So it's larynx dampening for you. It's larynx dampening and learning how to relax on those notes above.
What was that last note?
F4.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Jim, working on the larynx dampening workflow.
Okay, dampen and release.
Yeah, and the dampen and release onset. That's correct. Dampen and release onset, and just getting a feel for
Babe.
There you go. Yep.
Babe.
Product A, what we don't want. No. Product B, what we do want with proper larynx dampening, which opens up the resonant space and relaxes things. That sounds a little better, yes.
Okay.
Jim, good job on the compression below the passaggio. It's very nice, very well done. You feel good about that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come so far. All right, so everybody got a turn. We're all happy. We happy campers at TVS Saturday University. Cool. All right. Good. All right, let's sing the theme song. No. All right, so we're gonna take Christmas off, and then I'll see you guys after Christmas and all that jazz. I will post our little video in the private channel, and you can go to the dashboard that we talked about earlier in the lesson and get access. Put the link in. Sorry, it's not like a hyperlink. It's really cool, like it's blue and ready to go. It's you have to copy it and put it in the browser. I know it sucks, but we're working on these technical issues. You guys, are we cool? Amy,
So then,
Amy, you look like you're having fun.
I'm having fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Okay, good. All right, you guys. Anything else?
So
we're
there's
not
no
doing the 24th.
Oh yeah, so it's the same thing, Cass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not doing the 24th.
No.
I was just gonna say, because I'm gonna be away as well, but I don't mind.
No.
Dinner.
It's nope. That's the night before baby Jesus.
Yeah.
And Santa.
And everybody's sitting there opening their
Right.
presents and I'm going,
And
bad,
Santa
bad,
for
bad.
sure. And Santa for sure. And I'm going to be walking around in my pajamas. We don't want to see that. Okay. All right.